All right. Let me change the view here. Let me go back to North America. Okay. You remember how I was saying in the voice messages that you went through about my thoughts on the pattern evolution and the impact that strat worm is going to have on those 850 temps, as it's going to have effect on the 850 level, and how that's going to in turn affect the jet level, which will in turn I want to say completely, but will in turn rearrange the synoptic pattern. And like I said, I believe we're going to see the most amped ridging and deepest troughs, and sustained amped ridging and deep troughs that we've seen in a long time. Okay, this is the end of the run on November 13th. You look at all that cold air. Okay, that's North America. You can see the ridge. You can see the trough in the east. I'll go and talk about the stuff down here then in regards to the surface. Let me go to the North Pacific. Now, look at that. That is just nuts. Where's the scale for that? That is at least maybe, it's like in that minus 20 to minus, maybe even 30 degree Celsius 850s, minus 20 to minus 30 C 850s. All right, look at all that. Here's North America. All that cold is going to come, all that 850, those cold 850s are going to crash. I'm going to see if I can get a better read on that. Nah, I won't. But in itself, already we have a trough digging in here on the 13th. But I'm going to try to focus on what I wanted to say and not get off topic. Well, even though it's not off topic completely. So, I was saying about how the strat worm is going to affect our pattern. I'm going to go back to the North Pacific here. Go to the 500. All right, so we're looking at this coming in. This is the work of the stratospheric warming right here. Big time. This ridging is pushing in. There's no way a trough is going to dig in here. This is backing up. This is going to weaken. There's no way this trough cuts in here. This is going to build east, which is going to, in turn, pump that ridge even more. and allowing for all this cold air at 850 to just crash, absolutely crash. I wonder if I can get the 2 meter. These are the 2 meter temps, and I wish I could hover over top of them like you can in the United States and the regional views. But look at those 2 meter temps. That's in Asia. That's Alaska. You're talking well below zero temps that are going to be that's going to be absolutely diving, because if you look at I'm going to go the upper air winds. We do not have that straight west to east flow anymore. It's getting more and more amplified, and that's the stratworm that's causing that. Let me see. Let me go back to the continental view. All right, and then here you can see the flow coming down in. And where do we look for our energy for big snowstorms coming into the U.S.? We look right here. Right here. Look where that energy's coming in at. Now, I'm going to go back to the 500. Here's that ridging around the Aleutian Islands. That's building it. That's going to build in. Man, once that builds in, we are going to see one hell of a ridge that's going to connect up. That's going to connect over the top, and all of this and this 850s to the surface are crashing right into the eastern U.S. I want to see. I know I looked at it at the 850s at this level again. I want to look over Asia and try to get an idea at those 850s. That's so in that range, yeah. Minus. So the 850s translate to the surf. I mean, those 850s, I mean, justify those 2 meter temps in Asia. But this is sick. And this is literally, look at these dew points. That's one thing I didn't look at yet. Look at these dew points. That reflects the surface. I mean, the dew points line up. That's some hardcore. That's hardcore freaking cold air right there. Those are 2 meter dew points. Granted, it's centigrade. But they line up with the 850 temps. And you also have 2 meter temps that are over minus 30, probably pushing minus 40 in some areas. I mean, minus 30C. Okay, I just took notice to that. Minus 30C, 40C. But that's still, oh, I forget the conversion. I forget what that would be. Oh, give me a minute here. Use old Google. Hey, Google, what's minus 33C in Fahrenheit?
Minus 33 degrees Celsius is equivalent to minus 27.4 degrees Fahrenheit.
So that's 27.4 degrees, 27 to 30 plus degrees Fahrenheit. And again, I will look at the flow. That's 500. That's 300. And that's the jet level. All the same. And then here's the 850. That's all translating down. That because of that strat worm. So I'm going to take a look at, and I'm going to go back to North America. And there, yeah, that's all coming in, man. Right in behind that trough. This builds in, connects up, pops that ridge, and all that cold air. I know I've said this before. All that cold air that's up here, minus 27, minus 30C, 850s, minus 30, minus 27 to minus 30 Fahrenheit. Surface temps. That at top to bottom, that is some of the deepest cold that I have ever seen being modeled.